All right, Guts, the Black Swordsman. You're up next. And you rock the Shadow Militiaman helm, Tholier's garb altered, High Priest gloves, and Ansbox boots with a plus 25 Blood Blackhand blade. Dude, I butchered that so bad. It's a plus 25 Blood Backhand blade. With Blind Spot, you got the Ratwing Sword insignia, Lord of Blood's Exaltation, Two-Headed Turtle Talisman, and Claw Talisman. In your physic, you said you had the Blood Soaked tier, but that's not a thing, so I'm assuming you meant the Blood Sucking tier.
No shit.
And the Thorny Crack tier, so you can see that clearly you're trying to go for DPS and bleed. And for bosses, you want me to fight Mesmer and Melania. Oh, and also your Great Rune was Godric's. Oh, and before I forget, 60 Vigor, 12 Mind, 50 Endurance, 12 Strength, 57 Dexterity, 9 Intelligence, 8 Faith, and 60 Arcane for a total level of 189. Which, by the way, remember, if you're thinking of submitting your build or you have already submitted one, we put a level cap. We no longer do builds over 200. Stat allocation is important, okay? You can be butthurt all you want. Just go resubmit. You also didn't tell me how much Shadow Tree Blessing you have, so as usual, I'm just gonna do what I had whenever I fought him. Which for Mesmer, I think is 8 or 9. I don't remember. You have no buffs, which to me is that's bad, Guts. Why don't you got buffs, man? So I've got something that's of like mild importance that I would like to address, and that is for my Discord server members, rule number 2. So for those of you who are watching but you're not in my Discord server so you don't know, rule number 2 is to keep it clean. And basically it's like no NSFW explicit images or links or anything like that. And I take that rule very seriously, mostly for the younger audience that watches me and they've joined the Discord server. Like they call me Unk sometimes. I've officially reached Unk status. No! But I feel obligated to keep the server like as clean as possible. So like we have a mixture of all ages in the Discord server. We got people, the vast majority are below the age of 18, but like a little like it's like a 60, 40, 70, 30 mix. And I don't know, maybe I'm being too strict, but it personally, for me, it feels a little weird if I open up my general chat and then I see like a 17-year-old kid talking about some absolutely absurd stuff. Feel the death in the embrace of my flame, bitch. Dude, that blood sucking tier is still going. All right, and next you wanted me to do Melania. I don't know how this blood sucking tier is going to do in the Melania fight, but I'm not expecting it to do very well. But anyways, back to what I was talking about before. All I want to do is I just want to keep a nice, clean, safe environment for my Discord server. And personally, I'll be honest, bro, I don't think that's too much to ask for. Like I'm in the server of other content creators. I see the people who were banned in my server talk in the other servers. And I see that you guys slander my name. I'm not sorry, bro. All I'm trying to do is keep a clean, safe environment. If you're getting in the way of that, you're gone. It's as simple as that. Look, I don't make any money off of Discord, so I'm not dealing with the headaches that come with it. Speaking of money, by the way, this is a crazy pivot, but I learned recently that I absolutely suck at monetizing my content. Like apparently I was just happy with the ad revenue because like I'm not rich. If anybody was wondering, I am not rich at all. By no stretch of the meaning. I live in a basement at my friend's house. And I don't want to give away too much information, but I was like making like okay money with the ad revenue. Like I was happy with it. But apparently partnerships with like companies like for ads, like those little 60-second sponsorship videos, apparently that's where the money is. I have a pretty good like I don't want to say like a close-knit circle, but like I have some pretty good people around me. They're also content creators within the Elden Ring sphere. They saved me from getting a really bad lowball offer. So to you guys, shout out to you guys. You know who you are. But the reason I want to sponsor is because that money would help pay for a professional editor, and that will take a huge workload off of me, and it'll pump out like higher quality videos. Oh my God, my leg just started cramping. That really hurt. All right, Guts. Let's talk about your build. I like the build. I think there are some things that can be improved upon, but all in all, it's a solid build. The biggest gripe that I have with the build is not having any buffs. I feel like Golden Vow or Flame Grant Me Strength are good to have, and you kind of can't really pass them up. You know what I mean? Like there's all to gain and almost nothing to lose just for having them in your build. And with Golden Vow being an Ash of War that you can put on your dagger and Flame Grant Me Strength only being 15 points into Faith, it's not unrealistic to, expect them to be on a build. I would also change the Ash of War. If I'm not mistaken, I think I heard Blind Spot is good for PvP, but I don't really play Elden Ring PvP, so I wouldn't know. I would instead run Swift Slash, which is absolutely nutty. And maybe I would switch the Turtle Talisman for the Shard of Alexander if I were to be running Swift Slash. All in all, your build was all about getting damage out and getting it out really fast. It did that good, but I think it could have done that better. But that's just what I would do differently. With the way that you had it, I would rate it maybe a 6 out of 10. Let me know what you guys would have rated Guts' build in the comments below, and let's move on to our next build. All right, Shub, You're up next. And you wear the Commoner's Headbands Altered with Blide's Gauntlets, the Armor of Solitude, and the Land of Reed's Pants, which I'll be honest with you, bro, this is already looking like a pretty mismatch. Like, who wears heavy armor but sandals? That's crazy, bro. You also have a plus 25 Milady with Flame Skewer and Flame Art Affinity, the Wolf Crest Shield, and a plus 10 Golden Order Seal. Looking at talismans, we got the Flat Canvas Talisman, Sacred Scorpion Charm, Crimson Amber Medallion plus 3, and the Shard of Alexander. In your physic, you have the Stone Barb crack tier and the Flame Shrouding crack tier. And for spells, you have Black Flame's Protection, Flame of the Fell God, Discus Light, Golden Vow, and Blessing of the Erdtree. You're at level 195 with stats in 60 Vigor, 35 Mind, 30 Endurance, 23 Strength, 22 Dexterity, 30 Intelligence, 60 Faith, and 14 Arcane, with 10 Scuda Blessing. Alright, the only boss you said you wanted me to fight was Relana, and you said I could fight whichever other boss. What the fuck? And you said I could fight whichever. Oh my god. And you said I could fight whichever other boss I felt like that I thought I would have the most fun with. I also see you left a note that says the idea is to whittle them down from a distance with Discus Light, then try to get a poise break with Flame Skewer, or just spam Flame Skewer and or Discus of Light. I won't be doing that. Alright, it's been a while, Relana. This is actually kind of bad. I'm going to be doing less damage because we're in the rain. Good damage. We have 10 Scuda, so it better be good damage. I am so rusty, bro. I have not fought Relana in like 2 weeks. Yeah. Let's go. Give me that. Dude, people sleep on the jump, man. I feel like I say it in every video. The jump is like the best dodge. I feel like this was too, well, I was gonna say I felt like that was too easy with 10 Scuda, but then I died. Here, let me actually use a little bit. Oh man, that does nothing. I'm not wasting my time using that. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. PS5 controller. Still getting used to it. Yeah, that was respectable damage. Honestly, that was pretty good damage. I want to do that again. Oh yeah, yo. Keeping her in that is actually really good. I messed up. I messed up. I messed up. Oh man, that hurt. Alright, run left. Jump over that one. Oh my god. Alright. Jesus. That took a little bit longer than I'd like to admit. We're on like 34 minutes now recording. I'll be honest with you, Shub, it's not looking too good right now. I mean, that was with 10 Shadow Blessing at Relana and I was struggling. Let me tell you something, brother. What did it mean? But no, let's, in all seriousness, you said second boss, I can fight whoever I want that I think would be most fun. Obviously, that's not going to be Radahn. Okay, so here we are at Radahn, and I'm still at 10 Shadow Blessing for right now, but I will probably end up increasing it. So I just want to see how this will hold up against them. My hopes are not very high though. Oh yeah, that's like no damage. Yeah, I didn't expect that to go too well. Really? We missed a target that big? That's crazy. Ah, whatever. Okay, dude, I don't know what that was. That is crazy. Okay, what the fuck, dude? Alright, Shub, I'm gonna beat Radahn using your build, but I'm about to change things. Congratulations. This is only the second time in this entire series I've had to change a build to make it work. So the first thing I want to change is this Golden Order Seal. I want to put a max level giant seal on it, specifically for the Flame of the Fell God spell. I actually like that, I'm not gonna lie. These talismans are like the main issue. For one, Sacred Scorpion Charm is like the worst. I don't know why. I'm playing without I'm just taking more damage. I'm getting no benefit from this. I'm gonna put the Fire Scorpion Charm on because I actually like your build. I think there's potential with it. I'm not trying to like embarrass you or hurt you or anything like that. It's just it's got some problems that need to be addressed. I'm also gonna put the two-handed sword talisman on instead of the one that raises potencies because we just aren't really using our incantations. For one, it doesn't raise the potency of your buffs, so the only thing we'd be using it for is Discus of Light or Flame of the Fell God, and Two-Handed Sword Talisman is just going to give us overall more value when it comes to damage, like per hit. Crimson Amber Medallion, I don't hate it and I understand why you have it, but again, there's just better talismans that we could be rocking. For this build in particular, I'm going to put Dragon Crest Great Shield on, and I'll tell you why in a second. Another talisman that I would have considered putting on is the green turtle, or is the Two-Headed Turtle talisman. The reason why is because you're using Black Flame's protection to increase physical damage negation. I'm going to switch this to Flame Grant Me Strength because we're using a lot of fire attacks. So now Dragon Crest Great Shield is giving us that damage negation that Black Flame's protection was giving us. I didn't understand why you had Sacred Scorpion Charm on, because we're doing fire damage with this, and this is our main like weapon. Like the whole build is based around fire, but then there's like this weird holy thing you're trying to get going at the same time, and I just don't rock with it personally.
It's trash.
If you wanted to keep doing that, then by all means keep doing that, but these are the changes that I would have suggested making towards the end of the video anyways. I just really want to beat Radon, and we're on an hour and a half of recording, but I wouldn't actually be upset putting Opaline Hearts here on, just because there's really not a whole lot else that we can do to get damage. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is a little more closely to what I would do. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Jesus, that was tough. All right, Shub, let's talk about your build. I'll be honest, Shub, I am not a fan of the build you submitted. It had so much potential, and I hope this video helped direct you and make the build better. I think Discus Light and Sacred Scorpion Charm were both huge misses, and I think having the Flock Canvas Talisman on was pretty bad too, just considering. Those are the three main reasons in resulting in your score being so low. And it's not that any of those things are bad by themselves, it's just in the context of this build, they were not synchronized or synergized. I did see the potential in it though, and think that we came out to a pretty solid outcome towards the end. It is important to note though that I did raise the Scuda tree fragment to 15. I just couldn't find the clip, so I didn't put it in, but I'm telling you now. So all in all, I'm going to give you a 3 out of 10. It needed work, but to be fair, it was better than Addie's.